Hey guys, Naps Assassin 554 here. Today I'm bringing you a video on this Xbox One. Now these things are originally $499, I believe they are right now. Pretty much this will show you how to just get to the main essentials. The only bad thing is that they don't sell replacement parts for this Xbox One yet. I don't know if it's just because nobody's researched the inside of it, but for when that happens, or for your own personal knowledge, let's get started. So you can see on the screen up there, you can't really see it because it's all like glowy and stuff. We just have the Xbox One up and running right now. So let's just go ahead and turn off the console. So now you can see that the light, what's flashlight? This is the sound it makes. Okay, so now this is the sound it makes when I try and put a disc in, and this is Battlefield. Now I don't know if you guys can quite hear that. It's acting like it's going to take the disc in, but it's not taking it in. And I can push it in, but it's not. The gears or something isn't working in there. First thing you want to do is obviously take out all power source. Now let's just I gotta clear a couple things off the table. It's really messy in here. Okay, so pretty much you are going to need a T10 by 4, I think. I don't know, I'm not good at tools. Sorry, I'm a noob. And a T8 you're going to need. And these don't need the little needle thing in the center. So, and then you're also this is just what I use. I think you need a little bit smaller one than this, but just a normal Phillips 6-inch screwdriver is what I'm using. I have to push a little harder because it's a little bigger. But I got a few extra screws that I forgot to put in last time. These little small ones. So, we'll get that in. Okay. So, and then you're just going to need a knife. So, if you're doing the way I'm doing, it'll scratch it up a little bit. But first what you're going to want to do is, there are 3 tabs up in here, and you just kind of need to slide your knife in there and find them. But first, actually forgot, you got to take this grill off. So you can just kind of pry this out. I do it right here. And then you'll hear a couple tabs snap. There we go. Don't like really be too hard on it or else you'll break them, but I haven't had any problems with them. They haven't broke out mine yet. They should be pretty easy and it might not break, but I don't know. I'm just saying be careful. Then you will see right here there's like this little triangle thing. This thing needs to slide out. So just put your fingers in there, slides right out. Pull this apart, right here. Yeah, might need to pry it. There we go. Oh crap, it went back in. So yeah, just kind of get a pry tool in there. I'll use this to keep it up. And then you can flip it slowly so that my screwdriver doesn't fall out of here. And then pry up some more parts There we go. I got the one of the main tabs. Yeah. These 3 main tabs are really difficult. Kind of piss me off a little bit too. Be careful not to cut yourself too. There we go. Second main tab. Got her. I was hitting the wrong part. So you'll see now that there are... Ooh, I almost slid back in. 3 main tabs here. Here, where's my flashlight for you guys? Here it is. Okay. So you'll see the 1 tab, 2 tab, 3 tab. You gotta get your knife up, or whatever you're using. Pry tool would be a lot easier. Now, you need to be very careful taking this top off because there is a ribbon. So, you'll see here. Trying to do my best at showing this to you guys. You'll see right there on the screen, I'll put up a little annotation. The ribbon is very easily broken, so you need to be very careful with that. So don't just rip it off, or else you will have consequences with your little ribbon. So pretty much you're just going to get in there. You'll see a tab. You're going to push out on the tab, push this, or push towards the fan part. Push that way on the front of the tab, and the front is towards the fan. Just push it that way with something, preferably it'll come out easier. And the tab will come out. Once it's opened up, then you can push the tab part up, and the ribbon should... You gotta lift up the back of the ribbon too. The back of the ribbon will be around there, and then the ribbon... Whoa! Almost just dropped the Xbox. The ribbon will just come right off, so it looks like that. And make sure you see how it's put on there, or else you might not know how to get it back on, which is what happened to me. I had to keep trying it. And that's where your touch button comes from, so you gotta make sure that you don't break that. Okay, now that that's done, you should be here. Sorry, that light is really bright, but I gotta be able to see, man. Alright, so now what you're going to want to do is you're going to see this speaker here. So you're just going to put your fingers on it like you're squeezing it from top to bottom. And there's going to be this tab. You're going to push down and up on it, or push down and then just pull up, and it should come out, and then rotate it in a circular formation, and it will eventually come out. And then, yes, there's a wire hooked up to it. Fancy pantses. You'll see this. All you have to do is try not to like hurt the wire or anything, but just kind of pull up on that, and it should... Okay, whatever, I'm just gonna yank on the wire. Kind of wiggle it out. There you go. And then this part will come out of its slot. Sorry, my camera's really bad. Alright, so then you can set that aside with your other valuable pieces. Then, you are going to see this part. This is a pain. This is the Wi-Fi. Don't want to break that. The wire goes all the way down here to right there. So pretty much you can just put your fingers around it or use a tool. I usually like to use my knife. And just kind of push outward on it, and it will just come right off. And then you can just stick it back on after. You don't need to take it out of these slots. Just do that. And then now you're going to use your smallest Torx, the T8, I believe this was. Yes, T8. Use the T8 and take out the screws that are on the black chip. And then I would recommend using one of these. These are magnetic screw holders, or magnetic, whatever you want to use it for. So yeah. I would also suggest using gloves because humans' oily fingers or anything can damage the board, but I usually don't touch it in vital areas. I usually grab it from the sides. Now you gotta be careful with this. I'm gonna put my knife under the little slit against the metal here, so you can see the front part, that slit, and then I put my finger on this side and pull up. There, it is connecting, like it's like a plug-in right there. So you gotta pull straight up, and you'll see there. I can't bend it the right way. Okay, that's a connection right there, and then there's a connection down in there. So pretty much you should see how difficult this is already, so you can decide whether you want to do this or not. Now you're going to need your other, gosh dang it, what did I do with my other screwdriver? Oh, found it, that's all I got. Okay. This screwdriver, the T10x4, or X4, I'm not good with tools, I already said I'm a noob. Alright, most of you will be like, oh, that should be obvious. Okay, you'll notice that the screws that you need to unscrew will have C's next to them. So C1, C2, C3, C4, just unscrew all the C's. Because that's the only screws that are on there, actually, I just realized. But when you're putting them back in, just remember that it's the holes with the C's. You will also notice that there is a hole underneath the black chip that you took off with a screw in it. That's the screw I forgot to put back in. So remember to put that one back in. It has a C3 next to it. Is that all? Yes, that's all of them. Okay. Now you can carefully lift the top off. Oh, I'm connected to something. Oh, whoops. Remember to unscrew the ones around it with the small one. Around the black chip, remember to unscrew those screws. Because I just forgot. And that's that, so remember that. Okay, there we go. Now you can carefully lift it up. Set that aside. Now you have just successfully got to all the stuff in your Xbox One. This is the hard drive. It looks like it's just a normal computer hard drive too, which is what I love about this system. This is my problem. This piece of dump sucks, and they break all the time for people. So pretty much, if you're taking this out, remove the cables in the back and just lift it up. It's that simple. And then just pull back on the clips and it will come off, and you can just flip it over. And you know, I'll do that in a little bit because I gotta take it off anyway. This thing is very straightforward. So pretty much just undo the thing, the hard drive, yeah, plug in majigger, and then just lift it up and out. And then there's a couple screws that you unscrew to get that off. You just flip it over. Let's do this. So very carefully, I've actually almost broke this already. Don't pull back on these cords as hard as you can, because your hand will go flying backwards once it comes out, and you might damage something on the chip, which is what I did. So pull lightly and jiggle, and then it'll eventually come loose, or just kind of put your hand against something and pull outward. There is one. didn't damage that. Nope. Okay, and the yellow one's kind of the pain in the butt. Okay, there. Got it. So now this drive should easily come out. You'll see that sticker there. You can read that stuff. Okay. This is a pain. Now, you'll see these clips. You're just going to pull back on the side clips right here and simply pull off. Now that that's done, you got your drive. This thing sucks. I hate it. Now flip it over to the back. You'll see a screw there, screw there, and then underneath these flaps there is screws. So on both sides. So unscrew all of those, which I'm going to do with your Phillips, whichever size you can figure it out. I'm using a probably bigger. I just need to push down harder. Wow. These are very tiny screws, like very tiny, so you do not want to do it over like a floor or something, or carpet, because it will get lost if you drop it. Sorry guys, I'm sick today. Holy crap, I almost keep losing these things. Oh, okay, got it. Right after I tell you not to do it, I do it. Hypocrite. Then what I do is, crap, this thing is so bright. Okay. I just kind of grab this and I pull up on it. Whoa. Pull up on it. And then it'll just come right out. So that's the inside of the drive. Hate this thing, like I said. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I'm going to go farther in the drive. You can see there's screws there and stuff, so I'm just going to mess around with it and see if I can get farther. So yeah. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, which I'm sorry for the bad quality and stuff, try to explain as best as I could. Like, subscribe, comment, any of your ideas, anything else you need help with, I can make a video. And I am a gamer, and I like when people tell me what games I should play, so you can do that if you like. I'm Namps Assassin 554, also known as Namps 554, and I'm out.